Hello and welcome to Dwarf Fortress. I'm Twisted Logic. In this episode, I'm going to be attempting to take some of this magma and putting it into this channel right here so I can build a Magma Forge. If you enjoy this video, hit the thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments and subscribe for more videos. What I have started right here is a Magma-safe pump and a track set up with the channel. If I go down 1Z level, the dwarves can access through this downstair, and there's a channel toll right here, and this is walled off. If I go down 1Z level, I have a small space here with a up-down stair and some channels here, down again, and another up-down stair to kind of act as a drain for the excess magma for down here. I set up a magma source block in this area here. This is the test fortress to simulate this being the Magma Sea. And I'm just going to try this method to see if I could fill up minecarts, manually fill up minecarts and dump them over here. So right here is the block that I want the minecart to be. So I'm going to press H for hauling. And I already made two routes here, but I didn't set up any stops. As a refresher, if I press R for a new route, and then name that route, test route 3. That really is just like a placeholder to hold the stops. So I'm going to go back to Magma Set and press S for a new stop. And that's going to be wherever the keyboard selector is. You can see it's flashing there. The stop 1, I'm going to press Enter to define the stop and just X out the conditions, because I want them to put a minecart there and just leave it. So now I'm going to press V for a vehicle, and then just select one of these minecarts, hopefully one that's empty. Oh great, so the V is red here because it's assigned, but it's not at the stop yet, and the 0% is it's empty. Come up one and just make a stockpile of furniture. I'll just put one right there. Settings of this, I'm gonna forbid everything that's not steel, and then the type, I'm gonna forbid everything that's not a minecart. And then just stockpile X, and then just delete this stockpile here. So some of these carts should be moved down to this one. Now, you know what? That's probably too small. I'm going to click on this stockpile and press L, and that's going to load the save settings. And I'm going to go down to save. This will be cart, you know what, 1 to make it at the top of the list. Cart, steel, enter. And then P for stockpile again, and I'll just make a second one over here. Click on this, press L again, load, and then I'm going to go down to, oops, up and down in this list with the, not with the plus and minus, but with the arrow keys. Just going to find the one that I made, one cart steel here, enter. And now if I go into the settings of this, I just loaded those same settings. So steel, minecarts. So the dwarves are going to come and put the specific minecart that I selected right here, and the rest of the minecarts they're going to put in these two stockpiles, just to kind of speed things along. I carved a track here, and the other stop that I need to make, so if I go to H and move my keyboard selector, I'm going to move it right here and go down to magma dump, S for new stop, and then enter. Plus and minus on the keyboard, and then X out the first two, the bottom two. And this one here, I'm going to modify it a little bit. I'm going to change it, the direction, so I'm going to press D, because I want it to go south. Guide, I don't want it to guide, I want it to push, so P. Push south immediately when full of desired items. And instead of setting magma as the desired items, because I'm not 100% sure how to do that, I'm going to change the condition. Push south immediately, always. So it's not even going to check. As soon as the minecart's there, it's going to push south immediately. The next thing I have to do is go to build, Shift C, for wall, floor, stairs, track. And then I want to make a track stop here. The track stop here is a physical track stop. The track stop in the hauling menu is a ideological track stop. So Shift S, and then I'm going to move that over here next to this channel. I'm going to press S to make the... Oh, okay. So I could change with A and S. I can change the friction of this, but I'm gonna set it to the highest friction, so it'll just stop as soon as it gets to that tile, because I don't want it going into the channel. And then I'm gonna press D here, because I want it to dump to the east, which is the direction of the channel here. Enter. And now I'm gonna select the material to make it. It needs blocks. I believe it also needs a mechanism. Not sure why it didn't select the mechanism there, but I'm gonna wait for the cart and for this to be built. This is a magma pump right here. So this is a Magma-safe pump, and the way you build that is you go to the build menu and you go to Shift M for machine components. You want to select a screw pump with S, and then you can select the direction here with UMKH. UMKH. You want it to pump from, this is the west over here, so the light tile, as you recall, the dwarves can walk over the lighter colored tile here. The dark tile here acts as kind of a wall. So I could build another one here. Enter. Marble blocks. The corkscrew here has to be Magma-safe. In this case, I got a giant green glass corkscrew, and the pipe section also has to be Magma-safe. So green glass tube. There are many different Magma-safe materials that you can go to the Dwarf Fortress wiki and look up. Now, if I build this, he's bringing the cart here now. But if I build this magma pump just like this, and I tell the dwarves to start pumping, it's just going to spread out over this tile. So it's going to just spread magma in different directions. You need to build, construct wall, and then kind of make some kind of wall to keep it from spilling out all over the place. You don't want to mess, you know. It will kill you dwarves as well. Whoever's pumping right there, if you didn't have the walls and just spread out everywhere, it would kill you dwarves. The way magma and water works is while the game is running in the background, it's going through these different checks. Oh great, so he's building the track stop there, and he's bringing the carts over. That cart's there already. So I should be able to click on this pump and press enter. So as the game is going through the checks that it's doing, every tick that it does, it's doing some checks. Great. So he pumped right there. I'm gonna press H. And now I can see that the magma set here, stop 1, the cart is 100% full. So I can tell him to stop pumping. So enter again to stop pumping manually. And the excess is going to drain down. I should have built a wall right there. but I think it'll be okay. So the excess is going to drain down here, but as the fluids exist as a body, it's going to check one Z level. So this Z level here with all this magma is going to act as one body, and this Z level, same Z level, but all this magma is, since they're not connected, it's going to act as a different body. It's going to do a vertical check first before it does any kind of horizontal check. It's going to say, the game code is going to say, can this magma fall a Z level? If yes, the magma falls as a column, or water, it falls as a column. So a full 7/7 is going to fall, and then once that can no longer do any kind of vertical movement checks, then it's going to check horizontal. And it doesn't do it every single tick of the game, but the game clock moves fast enough where if you were just running it like this, then it seems like it's going fast. So that magma just came down here, and this cart is full. So the next step is to, is that created? Yep, that truck stop is created. Now we just have to access this minecart. I really should have built like a wall or door right here. Build door. No, I'd have to wait for the magma to drain. So what I'll do is dig, designations, J for downstairs. Just put one right there. I'll dig in a little bit and then do a downstairs. Yeah, I really should have put a door there. That's fine though, because the one depth of magma here, it'll dry up eventually. It'll eventually cool down enough where it's fine. So that's why I dug this channel right here, because all this is gonna evaporate as well, and it'll just be it'll just go back to a cavern floor. The hauling menu. So I'm gonna press H for hauling, and then come down here to magma dump here. I'm gonna press V, and I'm gonna go down this list till I find this one, magma set. Press enter, and now this cart just moved from this track. It didn't move physically, but it moved in a way that the dwarves are going to take the cart from there and put it here. And then this condition is to push south immediately. It's going to hit the friction of this track stop and stop, and then it's going to dump to the east, and we're going to see how much magma we're going to get in this hole. And we may have to do it a couple times to fill the channel right here. And this is one way to do it. There are other ways as well. This isn't the only way. That's the beauty of this game, is there's many ways to do things. Okay, Ton here has the card. He just picked it up. Now, default settings of Dwarf Fortress, if you don't change anything, then things will cool down over time. There is a dfhack command to turn off like temperature checks, and speeds the game up. But if you do that, then the card isn't going to cool down enough for him to pick it up, even though it's filled with magma and it's steel. So he's going to put it on this track here, and then I don't know if he's going to push it or somebody else is going to come along to push it. Yeah, okay, so somebody else is going to come along and push this minecart. Oh, here he comes. Ton's back. Ton didn't let us down. Okay, it's going. Okay, we dumped, okay, 2-7. So it looks like we may have to do it 2 more times to get it to an acceptable level for the Magma Forge, or whatever magma workshop we're going to build. So I'm going to go to H again for hauling. I'm going to go down to Magma set here, enter. Oh, not enter. V for vehicle. So I'm still on my first coffee here, so magma dump here. I'm just gonna press enter. And if I go back into V, that's now changed to Magma Set. So it's going to take that same cart and put it right down there. Now I could have selected a different cart here. However, I'm just going to use one cart in this video, so that way you could see that you can do it in your fortress with one cart. And I think I'm probably going to end up doing something like this in the tutorial fortress as well. If you're watching that series, or if you're skipping that series, you have this one standalone video. Great. So lore here, he's going to go place that track vehicle. Oh, he placed it wrong, and now he's going to bring it to the stockpile. Okay, he's bringing it to the other stockpile. I'll just skip ahead, because what he's going to do is place it in this stockpile and then realize he wants to put it down there. Okay, so somebody brought the cart back here while I wasn't paying attention. And I'm going to press enter to start pumping manually. And so they're going to come and pump again. You know what I'll do before that? Build, construct, wall. I'll just put a wall in right there. So that way, enter to stop pumping manually. I'll build a wall there, and then... Okay, so I'm over here at the Magma Forge, and I'm going to press A to add a new task. Go down to furniture. Go down to steel, because it's Magma-safe, and I'm going to make a steel door. So that way I can put a door in right here, too. So I'm going to install that door, the steel door here, and then I'll let them do their... Oh, he pumped it. So I told him not to. I told him to pump it, and then I told him not to pump it because I wanted to build the door in there. But looks like he did it anyway. So let's just press H. Okay, so magma set here. The card is 100% full again, but now we just gotta wait for this magma to get out of the way. So hopefully it'll drain down here pretty quickly. So I'm going to go down to magma dump here, stop 1, and press V for vehicle. And move down in this list with the plus and minus until I get to magma set and press enter. And now they're going to take that cart and put it here again and push it. We'll just wait till that happens. I also built a, told the forge to make a steel door and put it here, and I dug out some of this a little bit. And you know what I'll do is I'll dig another channel here, but no. See, I dug some channels here and to see if I could speed up the removal of the magma, and I dug into my water tunnel here. So I had to patch this up a little bit and fix it. But once I get this door in place, this steel door, which he might be bringing it right now. Is that what he's doing? Das Tot here. He's making a nice steel door. Oh, there it is. Excellent. So that should stop the magma from flowing into this stair here. And Cyril's bringing the cart over. Okay, pushed it again. Okay, excellent. Now we got 4. And then we can build a workshop right on top of this. If I press B and then E, so the build menu, and then E for furnaces, it's right underneath workshop. This is where you can access the smelter, the wood furnace, the glass furnace, and the kiln. If you go to this menu and you don't see the magma smelter, magma glass furnace, or magma kiln, then you haven't discovered the Magma Sea yet. Once you discover the Magma Sea, that's when that menu is unlocked. Same if I go to building menu and then workshop. This is when the Magma Forge enters into the menu. The Magma Forge requires 2 of these, but if I go to build E, and then make a Magma Smelter, that's only going to require the 1 channel, and I can build that right on top once the minecart and track are out of there. Or the track stop, I'm going to have to deconstruct it so I can build the workshop there as well. So I'm over here on the Dwarf Fortress wiki on the Magma Smelter page here, and to function, it needs at least 4-7 magma on the next floor down. And now I'm over here on the Magma Forge page, and it looks like it's 4-7 or greater as well with the Magma Forge, but this is going to require 2 channels to do, because there is 2 spaces here and here. So now that this hole is 4 out of 7 with magma, we can actually stop. We don't need to fill up this cart again for this particular hole. I can click on this track stop here and press X to remove the building. Now you don't need all of this track here. You could build the holing stop on top of the physical stop and have it dump out immediately as soon as they put the vehicle there. But this saves a little bit of time because the dwarves are pretty slow when they're carrying the minecart. So Tullin's deconstructing this. Physical track stop. Well, there we go. So now build E for furnaces, and then Magma Smelter, enter. And now I'm just going to line up that dark green square right on top of that channel, enter. Pick our material, enter again. And now one of the dwarves assigned to metalsmithing is going to come over and construct this. The track here doesn't make a difference. We can leave that there, or we can go to designation smooth stone with lowercase s and get rid of that track if we wanted to, but it doesn't make a difference if it's there or not. It's nearly complete. Great, so now we have a functioning magma smelter. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe for more videos.